But what we also missed, and what's actually, I would say, the absolutely core point of the book, particularly in chapter 5, is that just because we think the sanction that we're delivering in the community is going to be supportive and helpful and constructive and productive does not mean that it doesn't hurt. So to understand this, you only have to ask yourself the question, how would you like to be under supervision? How would you like to wear an electronic tag? How would you like to have a stranger visit your house once a week and talk to you about yourself, your life, your circumstances, your behaviour, your past, your most shameful misdeeds? How would you like a person who comes from the state with authority to have the power to talk to your family about you, or to talk to your employer about you? So once we start kind of thinking about what it feels like to be supervised, it doesn't take us very long to realise that there are invasions of privacy. There's a certain kind of infantilization associated with being a subject of supervision. There's a lot of time demands that are placed on people to be in certain places at certain times. There's a demand for a certain kind of openness, which isn't comfortable or easy for everybody. There are restrictions on movements, on liberty. So there are all sorts of pains of supervision, even if it's being done well by a sympathetic social worker who's well trained, who wants to provide support, and who pays attention to using their authority in the most legitimate way possible. So even in the perfect case, supervision still hurts. And if you don't pay attention to that, then you've got no reason to restrain the use of it. And I think in Scotland and in most systems, it sounds like this would also apply in Germany, people haven't been sufficiently alert to the fact that this is a sanction. And it hurts in and of itself. It also hurts even more if it's breached or revoked, which can lead to imprisonment. So when we use coercive power, which is what we're talking about here, when we use coercive power to intervene in the lives of citizens, we are doing harm, unavoidably, and we may need to do that for the benefit of victims or the benefit of communities, and it may be legitimate to do that. That doesn't remove the harm.